All right, welcome back to another video, guys. This is like the third time I'm recording. For some reason, my internet's being stupid. Anyways, let's do this from a monthly perspective. We'll just draw a line here. And we're just gonna observe price here. It's gonna be a longer video, so I'm sure you study. Okay, so what do we have? We see that price is coming towards this monthly level. We have a monthly resistance, SBR, and yeah, okay, so let's see what's going on here on the weekly. Okay, as we refine down, let me actually name these things. Cool. Everything looks good, looks dandy. This is monthly support. And then we can see that that monthly support traded to a weekly support, because the weekly is underneath the monthly. Breakout, okay, there's a slight angle here, breakout, pull back, okay, but we don't enter off this, we enter off daily. Or sorry, we don't enter off daily, but we refine down to daily. We could see as price came into this monthly level or weekly level, we can see we have high or low, high, lower, low, higher, high. There is a QM. Okay, this is a reaction off the weekly that was also in the same area as the monthly. So we see the reaction, the break of structure here, and then resistance here, or support here. Okay, so as you can see, playing SNR, price comes back to support and then rallies on off of it, right? But we obviously didn't get an entry off this level. Depending on your broker, this is a daily chart, so you also have SBR here. So you can see price comes up, comes back down, taps into the SBR, I mean RBS. Okay, so that's a reaction from there. And then price pulls back down to daily level because it already used this level and it didn't want this level. Okay, so we'll remove that. We'll look at this area of price action on H4. Okay, so H4, as we know, is our entry area. We have resistance, support below the daily support. So we'll just remove this. Okay, and as you can see, price creates a QM and then pulls back into it here. Okay, so you can see low, high, lower, low, price breaks through and then rallies back down into it. If we look at this, hopefully we can see H1 on this. Yeah. So as we can see on H1, you have a QM level here. Low, high, lower, low, higher, high, price pulls back and then shoots off. Okay, now that's how you would have entered off that. And we understand that from a daily perspective, from a monthly perspective, okay, that we had tapped into this monthly support. So monthly support should find monthly resistance right here, okay? So we should be able to hold this trade up to this level with weekly roadblocks, okay? So if we look at our weekly, since we're entering off that monthly support, our weekly isn't really showing us anything yet. Let's check out our daily. If our daily is showing us that we want to see higher prices, then we need to assume that weekly is going to be the objective, okay? So let's look at our weekly again. Okay, so we have a weekly resistance. We need to break these to get to the monthly, even though we're trading from the monthly because these are roadblocks. Let's go back to our daily. Okay, so on our daily, we have this level and then this level in line with weekly. Okay, so we've already taken an entry from here and we need to understand how to play in this zone. Okay, so now we're entering here, or not entering, but entering this area here. We need to observe on H4 what's going on. Okay, we understand that we should be looking for buys, but we can hedge for sells. Okay, so as you can see, we have our first resistance area that pushed price down, price came back up into it, and then it's pushing back down. Okay, so there's these levels down here, here, okay, and obviously there's a QM level here, so we just have to monitor price. But our overall projection should be bullish because we're trading from monthly support, so we should complete the storyline to monthly resistance with the idea of roadblocks in between. Okay, so now we've tapped in perfectly to this level on the daily chart, 1 day. Okay, so daily is tapping into daily resistance right here. Okay, we see this push. So we got to observe on H4. Okay, what is H4 doing? H4 did not break any structure, so we wouldn't have taken a trade. Okay, now we're at our next level of daily resistance. Still holding the trade from before. Okay, we're starting to break the structure on H4, right? So H4, we go back to our daily. And we have a daily SBR, support, and SBR, or RBS. It's hard to do this back test because this already happened, do you get me? Like this, when you switch from H4 to daily, this candle will automatically print, but it didn't print there, okay? So we understand that there's this level of support from H4 coming from daily, it's a roadblock, and then price taps in to this level and then rallies away. Okay, we come back down to find new support. We have a push down, pulls back up into resistance to find new support. This is really hard to back test with the candles printing like that. Then you have this QM on the daily, so this is where that's going to fulfill some sort of daily need here or daily need here, okay? So if we just look. Okay. And then here's our monthly RBS, completely broken through and shattered. If we look at daily, we have a new daily level here. Okay, as price is pushing through, right? This happened, it pushed through. We have a new support here. Level here. And we can see price heading towards that monthly resistance. Okay. So now that monthly resistance point, monthly to monthly, is complete. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I know it's kind of difficult to understand this with the storyline requires a lot of forward testing. So it's going to take about a week or two, a minimum of 2, to really grasp it, because it's hard to do the back testing with this unless you have some trader software, because you're going to see the daily and monthly candles print before like anything else happens, okay? So going from that monthly perspective, okay, this was the area of monthly resistance, strong resistance, okay? But we'd have to observe this area on a lower time frame to see if it wants to find new resistance. And this monthly candle has not closed, and then that closes above this. Okay, so now we are creating, it looks like, new monthly resistance to find monthly support. Monthly support, because it could not get up to this, and this is now strong resistance. Here's our monthly support, our new monthly support coming from this support. Okay, new monthly resistance. See how price reacts towards these areas. Okay, new monthly support, but weak support because it's not a break. Okay, let me remove these and we'll just keep doing that. Support, support, support. Okay, see how price comes down to it. What is it trying to find? Resistance. So we have these levels of support, and then we have one final level of support. Okay, now it's finding resistance. Resistance, support, support. Okay, price breaks through it. We can see the candle closure above it. Where's our next area? Right here. Okay, and we can see how price taps into it there. So what I'm doing right now is proving that price moves on support and resistance. Price breaks through our monthly, and then this is obviously refined to those daily and H4 levels. And then we can see as price moving back down, where does it come? Or where is it most likely going is to this level. Right now, since it broke through, it found new support, right? And that's where we're at right now. Makes sense? Now let's say we were, I don't know, it's the same thing on all time frames, other than the SBR and RBS levels. Okay, we can see we have a QM level, and then we have a support, now resistance. And then below that, we have this area that's not fresh. So we have this area, and we also have this area. And then we have newfound resistance levels. Okay. Just watch how price moves. See how we have resistance forming, support forming, it's going to move between prices. See that? Now it broke, creating new support and resistance. This is on a weekly time frame. See this? Price comes up, taps it, and drops. Look at our levels. See how it came back down to this area and then moved up to this area. Okay. Now we obviously have to take into account of the monthly and the weekly, but as you can see, prices, it's trading off these levels. It's just, if you just look, price push down. Here's our resistance. If you refine this to H4, I'm sure you will find an entry there. Price came back, pushed all the way down, push all the way back up. Refine this level, H4, get your entry. Price didn't respect this QM, which we would have found out on a lower time frame. Price broke on daily. Depending on your broker, you may or may not have tapped. Pushing price down. Pushing price down from here. Pushing price down. Okay. From here. Pushing price down. QM level here. I don't know if that ever reacted from there. No. Maybe on a different broker. Even if that wasn't the case, you have your RBS here. Okay, so as price is pushing, right, price pushes down here, it pulls back up at what level? Here, right? Pulls back up, it failed this level. So what is it gonna wanna do? Okay, it's gonna wanna find lower support. That's how you're gonna know. And it wants to find something lower. Okay, this is an area of support. Price comes down to this support, pushes price back up, taps into the SBR, drops, breaks structure. Now we have a new SBR, pulls back up into it. Now we know we broke this level. This is a support is broken now. So what does that mean? It means we want to find lower support. Price breaks that level, pulls back into SBR, drops to find that level. We refine this on a lower time frame, you'll get an entry. Price breaks through on the daily, showing that weekly wants to go to weekly, pulls back, SBR or RBS at this point, pulls up, hits the resistance, pulls back, RBS, right? Breaks through again, support, RBS, pulls back to support. Okay, so it flows a lot better than whatever you learned about order flow and all that other bullshit. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this longer video. Study this and try your best to back test, but mostly before testing.